First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scottaboo.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
You look at this Eagle defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. First down, New York. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Dart. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Dart looking to throw again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's Hurts to throw.
They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, 1st down.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. 73. Hey, 73.
Throwing is Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Eagles at 9-1 on the year, and their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. Disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
And it's a run that they can refer back to as they continue on with their season. Okay, a little bit of a disappointment now, but they put together a streak before. Let's see how they rebound after that one and start to push forward.
Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Go Silver, ready?
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Here's a diving catch right side.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
63, 63. Now let's get it. Hey.
Hurts.
Now he's going to step, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Trillin. 73.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brian Burns, his 2nd sack of the night. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, 73. Out.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you want to play it,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
to throw, Dart.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And how about the big boy, the D tackle there, feasting on the O-line, getting his squad 2 points.
The glory guys are the defensive ends and the outside linebackers. They create the pressure from the edge, but those big fellas inside that can collapse a pocket, sometimes they get rewarded too.
Extra round at the post-game buffet. Fielded at the 20. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
First down, here's Scalaboo.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
It's the first time that they looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because
And coughed it up, and the Eagles have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
63, 63, 60.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down.
Carl Yeti. Carl Yeti. Yeti.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Carl Yeti. Carl Yeti. Carl Yeti.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Hey, Silver.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out in the backfield, because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space, as they did right there.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Back to throw again. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The 3-yard
touchdown pass. And the Eagles take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Here's Dart.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Andrew McCouga. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Crowd love Yeti. Crowd love Yeti. Crowd love Yeti. Hey, 73, 73.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. That one complete down the field to Smith.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will remain at 23.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Eagles, first down.
No touchdown.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
No touchdown. 63.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
Oh, good move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another first and 10 here.
Great. Out.
Back to throw. To Barkley on the check down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down at 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The quick feed by Jackson.
And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, second and 10 coming up. Throwing his dart. That's complete to Mooney.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 there. The Giants have a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Dart going to look to throw here.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Throwing again. Here's Dart. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The Eagles send out their punter now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off.
Here's Dart. Looking deep here from Mooney.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 45 yards. But look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Jalen Hyatt from 21 yards away. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Eagles 30, Giants 12.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And just shutting him off there.
Now he's into the clear again. Saquon Barkley.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Saquon Barkley.
His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
37, Giants 12. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressure, hurry, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Play action. Now Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. An inside run with Scatterby. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
And the Giants first down.
And once again, it's Scatterby.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Give up the middle, Scatterby.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now it's the backup Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling down. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
To throw now, Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing from the gun here, Dart.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Zone read here. It's Scatterby with it.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 12.
Geno now to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing now is Geno. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Geno. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. Sheds off the tackle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were.
And now off to the races down the right side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
61, Giants 19.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 21.
They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Down the left sideline. Inside the 20.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
68, Giants 19. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll try and run here with Scalaboo.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And the Giants first down.
53.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Smith now to throw.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Scatterby going to run it out of the gun. 117 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Smith.
Brings up 3rd.
Looking deep here from Mooney. That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try it now with Scatterby.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles.